Hey, it's Colio playing Dominions 4. We got a couple things to go through. Research and construction is completed. I believe this was the one we were going for. Construction of greater magical items. This is good. We can make items to put on our troops. We have... What else? Where are we going next? That's the important question. So, some important ones in enchantment, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it is an enchantment. Maybe it's thaumaturgy. Yeah. So I want to get to augury. I want to get to haruspex, auspex, and gnome lore. These are going to help me find magical sites and gain... We're going to start increasing our magical capabilities within this faction. So I think that's where I'll go, and that means going down to at least level 4. Luckily we're getting a lot of research points per turn. Chances are we'll gain 2 levels in one turn, possibly. We might not quite have enough, but we'll definitely gain at least 50 RP, as you can see. A proclamation from Satis. Prophet Lugal, the Lizard King, shall hereby be known as the Prophet of Bomani. And also from Atlantis, they lost their prophet as well in our fight. The only person that profited from that was Bangalore. So Shu, the Coral Queen, shall hereby be known as the Prophet of Sirnak. There was a battle in Deadlands. Okay, so down here, we get nice and close. They've got, what are these? Woodsman blowpipe. Okay, little blowpipe users. Now these are blood sacrifices, blood slaves. They're basically female virgins. They're just in this battle to empower this blood mage who's going to sacrifice them to cast his evil blood magics. And you can see they're starting off by casting bark skin, powering themselves up. This is a very magical army, but they don't stand a chance against our army, so let's check out how it goes. Basically, as soon as we get close to them, they will be mowed over. But lots of magic coming out. Sleep clouds. Trying to put our units to sleep. Ooh, up here up front, it's kind of hard to notice it because they look like trees. They've summoned dark vines, or they were here to start with, and I just didn't see them. Dark vines are huge, writhing masses of roots, vines, and blood-drenched moss that form a trunk with 3 tentacles at the top. They are driven by an insatiable lust for blood, but serve their master unerringly. Dark vines are immensely robust and cannot rout from combat, so... huge morale. We have to actually chop them down. Not going to be a problem. A couple tridents will do the job. Ooh, we're casting bleed. We've seen the effects of bleeding on poor Kojiro. Lots of damage. But we're closing in. It's going to be, just a slaughter fest now. Those poor virgins. Got caught up in the battle. It's fine. We put them out of their misery. Better to die to our tridents than in some sick ritual. An unexpected event has occurred in Dubros. Raiders from the sea are harrying coastal settlements. Unrest is up. There's a lack of supplies in Deadlands. We expected this. We're in a swamp area. So... supply usage way above our supplies. If we stayed here for too long, we'd lose over half our army, probably. Oh, and as we get closer to this area, we see that the monkeys have actually come through here and claimed the top of this mountain. Very interesting. Alright, let's increase... Ooh, actually, before that, let's make sure we build our castle first. So, start building our castle. That used a lot of our treasury, but everything we have left, we're going to put in defense up here. Once again, not putting a lot into making our army any stronger, but the defense is going to be really important to keeping them out of our area. And we want to move out of this swamp as fast as possible and over here, so that's what we'll do before too many people starve. Other than that, one more area and we'll have everything on this side of the river. Pretty good progress. This is unfortunate. I don't want to fight them just yet. Right now, neither one of us have really declared war on each other. But it's coming soon enough. Let's take a look at this. So, our prophet, Lugal, has been prophetized. He's not as good as our last prophet, and the fact that our last one had some combat experience, but we'll make do. Let's set his army up. Not many slingers. Okay. In the same way we set up the other one. Fire closest. We're going to do the same with this one. Very small line, not very many people. And then our infantry up front. Fanaticism, divine blessing, and one smite, and then cast spells. That's fine. He still needs a bigger army than that if he's going to help. But, more importantly, building up our defenses. When it comes to these games, I've always been a very slow... Wow, lots of temples now. I've always been really slow to go build up very defensively. That's why I never really got into a game like StarCraft where it's more about there's a huge rush. I always like taking things easy and gaining as much as possible before I go on the warpath. Research in Thaumaturgy is completed. That would be level 1, right? Yep, 30 more to get to level 2. Unexpected event in Phalathras. A handful of magic gems were found under a huge rock. And there's a lack of supplies yet again. Our army is probably gaining diseases and starving to death. But hopefully not too many of them are being affected by this. The important one would be Bomani, wouldn't it? And he looks to be fine. Anybody else is expendable, and I'm fine with that. I hope the slaves get the worst of it. That's nice. Alright, let's move up here. And we finally got some money to spend on our troops. So let's do that. More slingers. More than anything. We got lots of gold. We just caught up, so we'll get some more frontliners too. Protect the slingers. Pretty close right there. Got 38 defense here. 29, 29, 21. That could be better. We'll let it set for now. Another thaumaturgy research. Shu, the Queen Mother, has claimed the throne of life in the name of Sirnok. So these are the Atlanteans. They've gained a throne of life. That's the one that's in the water down there. There is a battle in Spires of Ascension. This is our last bit of territory. I do not doubt that we have crushed the enemy here. Without a doubt. Where y'all going? Went pretty well. Lost another 2 slaves. An unexpected event has occurred in Menace. A large group of people have started to worship a false pretender. The leaders of the group were swiftly killed, but faith has decreased and unrest is rising. This is the place where we're building that castle. It's kind of a sad thing. More unrest, less dominion. Not good. Ooh, a worldwide event has occurred. The throne of life brings youth to all living. Units have gotten younger. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think that has any effect on us other than a good positive thing. We can look at... Where is it? It's in fatigue. We can see Bomani's age is 528. He's actually pretty young. You know, for a god. What about other units? Baru. He's age 31. There might be a bad effect if people get too young, but I know there's definitely a negative effect for getting too old. As you get old, the characters can get diseases and they'll die off. And look at this. We've got extra experience on these ones. Sergeant Tacos can now lead 85 units. So we really want to build up our slave armies even bigger. Baru got a little experience too. And then all of our guys starting to really level up. Get our armies way up in there. Alright, let's not have any gold at all. Where's it all gone? In here? Most likely. There we go. We'll start at 9. Well, that makes me think, if it lowers unrest, maybe I've been not doing this right by not going that extra 1. 1 more, which cost 10 more gold, gains me the unrest reduction. I want to look at this real quick. So unrest in this place is 5. Does it have an immediate effect? No. But it'll probably go down over time because we've got like more of a police force. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe I've been doing that wrong by stopping at 9. I think I'll go through them and bump them up and get the full advantage of that. I have no defense on the throne. That was a huge mistake. Oops. The throne should be well defended. I'm going to try and get these to multiples of 10 from now on, I believe. Sadly, we've left nothing for the throne. Maybe we'll turn down the recruits just to get this shored away as quickly as possible. So the throne of life should be this throne down here. This throne seems to still be uncollected. Then again, this throne might be the one that they may have gone on the shore and claimed this one. We do not know. We know it's definitely not that one. And definitely not this one, because we own that one. Okay, this army. They're finally in an area that's got food. Let's look at the supplies. 306, this is where I want to bring them. And it will support them. But I think what I actually do... Yeah, I take this army and I move it down. And next turn, I'm going to split this army up a bit. Okay, but that's it for this turn. Thaumaturgy is complete. Another rank. That's level 3. Looks like 2 more turns and we'll be able to get this last bit that we're going for. Okay. Now this army, we want to take as many troops as possible and load them on not Baru. We want to put them on Sergeant Tacos. And put them on Sergeant Krim. And give them full squads. And then the other 2, actually maybe not. I mean, this is fine for now. Doesn't have a huge effect. Instead of, I was thinking about taking this unit or the other 2 back to collect troops from here, but it's better to just wait for our castle and start building the elite slave units up here. And in that case, I just want to take everybody up to the front line. Maybe I'll return Bomani back home. He'll deliver those troops that he has to our prophet, and the prophet will take his place over here. I think that's the best course. So everybody go this way, except for you, Bomani. Oops. You go that way. And we continue making sure. Okay. Thought I clicked off there. Want to make sure that our defense is squared away. Get a little more on the throne. 30 is a decent number. This is a pretty safe spot. They'd have to cast like summoning units on me to do anything way back here. Most of my places have no unrest, which is good. It seems that that was correct, and I've been doing this wrong by stopping. I thought that, and I explained that if you took too many people from like the villages and put them into the militia, it was causing unrest, but it's quite the opposite, it seems. Okay, so there's some unrest in the front here and here in Dubros. Not too bad. Still pretty slow though. I guess I can start recruiting then with this extra time. I think I want to we're going to turn that shaman off. We're going to get our first mage. We need somebody to start. Well, I said that and I can't afford one. I don't have the gold. So, next turn, we're going to make our first mage. And this turn, we're just going to make some more infantry. I want that mage to start searching for magic sites, and I need somebody to come up here and build a new magical laboratory on the front as well. So we'll do that starting next turn, and we'll just end the turn here. There we go. Okay, big army up here. Supplies look pretty good. It'll get even better as we get our castle. We'll start getting more food in this area. Let's take a look at it. So Hammer has still got 2 months remaining, you see on the bottom there, to build that castle. The others are sitting in the area defending. Unrest is 0 now, only 7 back here, so not too bad. This castle is going to start bringing in extra profits from these areas that are adjacent to it. Sadly, not the best spot for it, but mainly it's to defend this bridge. I think a better place to build a castle would be right in the middle here, like if that was our capital, but it's adjacent to us. We might build a castle here at one point just to collect more resources and an extra line of defense at some point. It's not bad. Sadly, this one will probably never be. It'll always be out in the boonies. Okay. But enough of that. Let's look at our army. Not a lot we can do there until the castle's built, to be honest. One thing I can set up is for Loghammer. I want him, make sure he holds and stays behind troops. If he ever did get involved in a battle, I don't want him like charging into the middle of them and dying. It's kind of important. Alright, let's go up here. Alright, so all these units go into here. This can be returned. And all these units into there. And he's got a full army now. Now, is that right? I feel like I'd like to level him up, to be honest. If he was leveled up a bit more, he could take a lot more of these troops. Do I need more slingers? Is the real question here, though. At 44, that's a pretty decent one. It's a decent line as well. Having these good frontliners is important. I think we'll leave it at that until he levels up and we can get these last few units. Okay. And he'll move out this turn because his army is full. And he'll come join our front line. Now, recruiting. We're going to get that mage. Right there. And we'll probably make a couple of them. Maybe 3 or 4. Spending the rest of our gold. I don't want to spend much more up here. I'd rather wait until this can start making troops. And maybe my gold is better spent on defenses. Even though it's wasting some of the resources, it doesn't matter. Let's bump us up a bit then. I think I'll just start filling out the areas with very little. This will help defend us from random events, brigands. It's as many as we can do. And then Bomani, he can fill up some research. Should be fine. Or, actually better, much better, he can start creating items. Much better use for him. So Bomani, being a snake, he can't wield weapons. He can't wear chest plates and armor. Though I don't see why he couldn't wear a cloak. I could see a big cobra in a cloak. But he can wear a hat. And he can wear rings. I don't know how that one quite works, but it's true. Now, as far as a hat, he can't build the kind of helmet that I would think is worth the time. So we're going to skip on that. But in items here, we got trinkets, lesser magical items, and our greater. Manual of water breathing. He doesn't need that. He's already an amphibian. Girdle of might. I think this increases reinvigoration and strength. Not that important. Horn of valor is good. It makes them cause even more morale bonus for our troops. So that is definitely an idea. Acorn necklace. Bit of luck and shock resistance. Endless bag of wine. A supply bonus of 50. That's a good one. That would be very good to make lots of and put on our soldiers to feed our armies. And I might do that. Amulet of giants. Enlargement. I can make all my heroes very large. Lycanthropos. Limited regeneration. That's pretty good. Strength 4. Dark vision. This item is cursed. I don't want that. Ring of regeneration. An extra 10% regeneration. I wonder if that stacks on what he's already got. Amulet of resilience. Some reinvigoration. Miraculous cure-all is very good. If our god ever got diseased, which he can, this would be very important for clearing that up. Plus, any of our commanders could use it. A water lens. Water ritual range bonus. Temporary water gems. could have some use, but I think Horn of Valor, a good start. Something to boost our morale even better. Okay, other than that, we've still got the 2 months. Yeah, a turn hasn't even passed since I said that, so we'll hit end turn. Okay, let's see how things have changed. So he built that item, and we're going to equip it right here. Horn of Valor. That, I guess we can't see it in here, but all of our troops, at least in his squad, I believe, are going to gain additional morale and an extra one for what he gives. Not too bad. Alright, let's have him make more items. I think that the endless bag of wines are really important to get a bunch of. So we'll have him doing that. We should have our mage done. There he is. Okay. Ama Ushum Galana, the Marshmaster, he got 1 water, 3 death, and 2 earth. So he's kind of a death mage. Let's call him Mag. I don't know. Let's call him Bone Lord. He's kind of a. I said I wasn't going to deal with death much, but we ended up getting a necromancer right off the start. So it's our first mage. Let's look at making sure we're getting more. Yeah. Okay. No. Well, we're going to have him cast spells, or we can look at what he can cast. Actually. He's got pretty good death. There we go. He can make a horror helmet. This will give, if I put it on my snake, my god, it'll give him an extra 5 fear, so even less morale for the enemy. That's a very good one. And it's a lesser magic item, but still, I think that's well worth it. Auto spell Frighten. A mask carved from spirit wood, painted with magical patterns in order to bind a vengeful spirit. The mask will project its will upon the enemies of its wearer. It says auto spell Frighten. I wonder how that works. Does that work better than the Mask of Horror? Or the Helm of Horror? Gives magic resistance as well. And negative defense value means that the unit will be easier to hit in combat. Okay, so this is basically saying it's heavy, so it makes it a little harder for him to dodge attacks, but the protection it offers is better. So he's more likely to get hit, but he's more likely to shrug off that damage too. I wonder if this is worth it. I kind of wonder how that works. It says auto spell. That makes me think that it's casting it automatically without using a turn. You know, you can still use other turns. I'm going to try it. I'm going to build one of those. Otherwise, I would go with the Horror Helm, but we'll see how this works. Let's continue buffing our defense value a bit. I want at least 20 now. I don't want anything bad happening in the back lines around my capital, causing me to have to turn my army around to come deal with our matters at home. Not quite. That'll be the last one to get to 20 at least. One more turn on the castle. What do we have here? Oh yeah, he was moving this direction. We've got no straggling units, that's good. Usually when I play this game, if I ever lose units, they'll be all over the place where I have to pick them up. Okay, let's end the turn. Research in Thaumaturgy, that should be level 4. That's what we need for all of our magic finding sites magic. Wait, not our finding sites magic. I did that in the wrong order. Construction alteration again. evocation might be good to go down this now that we're starting to get mages. These are our more offensive battlefield spells. So I think we'll go down that for a couple turns. Let's look at our new mage. There he is. Ia. Ah, that's an easy one. He's got pretty good earth too. Okay. Mag. Ia. Cool. So, Ia, let's see what you can build first. You might have more interesting things. Not really. It depends on what kind of magic they have as to what they can craft. So some of them have different things. What's this do? Every night the skull whispers battle wisdom into the ears of its pupil. By owning the skull, one will become a seasoned warrior in no time. Oh, does that raise experience? That could be really cool. Okay, none of this looks too impressive. I want Ia to go ahead and start moving up to the front too. Build us new things. Our castle's done. We'll look at that in a second. I want Bomani. Casting. Oh, forging more items. And Bone Lord. I want him casting ritual spell. Our respects. We're going to start searching for magical sites. This is going to pick an area. Right now it's this one right below our capital. And it's going to search it for magic sites. The benefit of casting the spell is one, that I don't have to go to this area. He is still... Yeah, okay. I don't have to go to the area. And if I was to take Bone Lord into the area, he can only search for magic sites that are up to a maximum of whatever level he has. So you could find a level 1 water site, a level 3 death site, level 2 earth site. By casting the spell, he can find... I messed that up. He can find up to a level 9 earth site. So it's the max value, basically. I would only have to do it once for searching for earth. And I messed that up, so I can do it again. There we go. That's that done back home. Let's get this up, that last point. And then we can start building armies up here. That's good. I think we'll keep doing mages for a little bit. At least, I'd say 2 more is a good number. 4 on the battlefield. And 4 crafting items and such. Now, Hammer is done building the castle. I want him to construct. He can do different upgrades for the castle. The gatehouse strengthens the gatehouse and adds towers all around the fort. This makes the fort withstand the siege for a longer time before the enemy can attempt the storm, and when they storm the towers will fire upon the attackers. So, yeah, very cool. Build a gatehouse. Other ideas are supply storage and underground storage. It's more food for us, which is very important. And roads actually might be a good one. It takes 5 months, but it means I'm getting more of my my taxes and my resources from the surrounding lands. But I think I'll just start with the gatehouse. It only takes 1 turn. It increases our defense, and it looks like Bandar Log, it is right, have taken this throne area, and they're probably going to claim the throne soon. So they're right on our doorstep now. So the big defenses are going to be good. The prophet, all he can do right now is preach, or he can build a temple. That's much better. And I've run out of money. Oh, man, I'm really having trouble with money at the moment. A temple would really help push my dominion out and push theirs back. So that's unfortunate. We need to save up money, actually. I think that's very important to get these buildings built as quick as possible. Okay. Other than that, we can start... Well, we've done all this already. Okay, let's just hit end turn. We are wasting some gold, but I want to build it up, like I said, so... Oh, and I need to end the episode there. I've actually gone a bit over. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later.